One of the most corrupting things in this entire world is power. The things that people do for power and money are truly inhumane. And it seems that many of the world's politicians have fallen under the spell of a lust for power and profit. I just don't understand what in the world makes them think that they'll be safe from any kind of consequences of what they're doing. And it's not just them. There are a lot of people out there that are obsessed with power and making money, and they're willing to hurt people to do it, which is completely wrong. And it doesn't matter why you're making the money or who you're making the money for. It doesn't matter if you have a family to take care of. If you're hurting other people in the process, that's grounds for major punishment. And it's very rare that, or really, realistically, you can't get away with it, because either it be in life or in death, you always face karma somehow, if not in this life, in the afterlife, or some other way. Evil deeds are never justified. Even if people say they're doing it for their loved ones, there is no good reason to hurt people. There's no good reason to hurt people. There's no good reason to hurt the planet. It's just selfish and greedy. And greed and selfishness are always unholy. And those who seek power and profit and are willing to hurt people in the process, no matter how it may be, they face karma one way or another. Something that really astounds me, though, is that there are people out there who crave for power and profit, who truly believe that God is on their side, that they truly believe that they are good, God-loving people, and that they would that what they're doing is not wrong at all, when really it's the exact opposite. Sometimes I can't help but think that people just use that as a shield, as a way to futilely protect themselves from anyone who might think that they're evil. Well, let me tell you something. If you hurt others, whether it be with your beliefs or your actions, if you are willing to allow people to get hurt in any way, whether it be physically, emotionally, or financially in any way, you're not a good person. People in power should know how to help people that they're looking after, to make life better for all of those that they're responsible for, not just the people that support them. A good person is kind to everybody, and a good politician is kind to all people in their country, not just the people that support them. And I'm pretty sure that the good politicians that really had made it on top in the past, they were kind to everybody, even those who didn't support them. It's just not like that nowadays. I find that in a lot of cases, there are a lot of politicians that are very selfish and greedy and only help the people that support them, and that's just wrong. The thing is, I feel that in a lot of cases, people who are in the government don't seem to realize they have a lot less power than they think. You see, who are the ones that give the government all this power? Who do you think gives them all this money and allows them to continue to exist? It's the citizens that pay the taxes, the citizens that keep the businesses alive. It's the citizens that really are the ones that outnumber the government 1,000 to 1. Sometimes I wonder, what would it take for citizens to make the government understand that they are truly the ones who have the power, but in a non-violent way? It would probably take more than mere protests, probably a way of going on strike. I'm no expert in all that. Maybe refusal to pay taxes, maybe governing themselves. I'm really not sure. But there are a lot of smart people out there who know a lot more than I do. Perhaps doing research on ways that the citizens could teach the government a lesson in a non-violent way, in a way that does not involve weapons, in a way that does not involve attacks, but instead in a way that is kind of like going on strike in a business. I don't know. But what we do know is power and desire for profit, it corrupts terribly. Power and profit are two of the major motivations of evil, and two of the major reasons that people get sent to the oblivion of hell for their evil actions and evil beliefs. We are all human beings. We are all living things with feelings. So we all deserve to be treated with kindness, no matter what our differences are. God made us unique. God made us as different as we are to give us a sense of individuality. God made us unique and special so that we could feel good about ourselves. If we were all too alike, we would have no sense of individuality. We wouldn't have very much self-esteem, and we wouldn't feel special if we were all too alike. That's why so many kinds of human beings exist. Different races, different nationalities, different religion, different sexualities. God made us this way for a reason, and we are not supposed to mistreat our others just because we're different. Anyone who mistreats others just because they're different, they're not a good person. Anyone who hates others just for being different is not a good person. And what really bothers me is that those people who mistreat others just because they're different, lots of them believe that they're truly good, God-loving people, and that just doesn't make any sense to me. How could mistreating someone in the way that I've seen in countless videos on the internet possibly be seen as acceptable or even okay? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And people can't say they're the victim. Being a victim of anything doesn't give you the right to mistreat someone. It doesn't give you the right to be incredibly angry, yell, and cause a scene in a public place. That'll get you arrested for disorderly conduct. It just seems so wrong that people would mistreat others, abuse others, and use others for their own greed and selfishness. But I truly believe that, like all bad times that the world faces, it's just a phase. Good times don't last forever, and bad times don't last forever. It's a stable circle of life or something like that. Good times and bad times have to exist in perfect harmony. If only for the people of today learn from the past to create a better future, so that hopefully things like that won't happen again. But countries are still learning. Countries still have to learn that all human beings deserve to have rights, that they all deserve to be happy and healthy in whatever way they choose. I have faith that the world will learn one day. Maybe not in my time, but in a far future time. I guess we'll have to see. But all we can do now is take care of ourselves and take care of those who we can help when we can, and do our best to teach others that power and profit and abusing others to get it will send you to hell and force you to face the wrath of karma. That's how it is. We'll just have to see.